Harold's House presents Hard Times. I want it hard. Just put it inside of me, please, baby. Degrade me like the fucking filthy pig that I am. Worship Satan. Oh, I'm so bad. Worship me. Drop out of school and do drugs. Hi, how's it going? Harold Claros here on Harold's House presents Hard Times with Harold Claros. Now it is 1:46 a.m. on a beautiful Friday, June the 3rd of 2011. Bring you up to speed with what's been going on here at Harold's House. I went to my friend's graduation and it was really fun. Nothing really cool, but it was just really fun. So shout outs to all the graduates from Kettle Run High School, class of 2011. Swag. Now, as I was driving, I was listening to some old stuff. I found some old CDs since I moved and stuff, you know. So I was just looking through some old CDs, and I found my Suicide Silence CD from way back when I was in high school. And I went and I put it on in the car, and it reminded me of, well, the first time that I saw Suicide Silence, and it was for the Mayhem tour, and they came right around here at the former Nissan Pavilion, currently Jiffy Lube Life in Northern Virginia, and it was so awesome, and it was great. We were all moshing, and it was fun, and I kind of stepped out of it because there were a lot of people there, a lot of them big, bald, hairy, shirtless, tatted up, 6'5", white power, supremacist, kill black people tattooed beasts of men moshing and punching and just fucking raping everything in fucking sight. And of course, like the dumbass that I am, 120 pounds at the time, jumped right into the pit and got fucking elbowed right in the mouth. Blood everywhere, covered in blood, my shirt, my fucking mouth, my face. I thought that I swallowed teeth. Went to the first aid people or whatever they're called, and it was like, oh, so what happened? I was like, I'm like, oh wow, you know, if you could just sign this information for us, and I just spat all over it, blood, and my friends were like, oh, can't you see, you know, that you really can't fucking, you know, do anything right now, just take him to the clinic. So they took me to the clinic, patched me up. I couldn't speak. My teeth were chipped, my gums were bruised, and all 4 of my bottom teeth were misplaced. I had to call my mother, because I was underage at the time. I think I was probably 16, 15 or so, and I had to tell her about what happened because they wouldn't fully release me until they spoke to my mother. So my mom's like, I'm picking you up, and it's like, no, it's fine, it's chill, I can't miss this fucking show, you know, Slipknot's playing, I can't miss this. And looking back on it now, I really think that my mother was as calm as she was because Paul Gray, the bassist of Slipknot, passed away last year. So I got to see the original lineup. It's never going to be able to happen again. There's no reunion tour with Paul Gray. So just not to be careful, but always have a good time. And if you get fucked up, don't go home, because a lot of the other bands that you're there to see are probably only going to be in that way for that little moment, just the way you always wanted them to be. You understand what I'm saying? So for this first song, it's Strangers in the Night by Frank Sinatra. And I dedicate this to that special girl who, she doesn't listen to this podcast, but that night that we fell asleep on my couch while this song played through my record player, and we were as close as we could have ever been. I miss you a lot. Strangers in the Night, Frank Sinatra. On Hard Times with Harold Claros. As many of you might know, and many of you might not know, the drive, the inspiration, the thing that makes Harold hard for these hard times is Metallica. Metallica is the greatest American heavy metal band of all time. And I'll even go out to say that they are the greatest American band of all time. Now, this European magazine, this really kick-ass European magazine called Kerrangs magazine, which started in the early 1980s, I believe it was 80, 81, it featured photographer Ross Halfin. And if you guys don't know who Ross Halfin is, check him out. It's rosshalfin.com. He's a rock and roll photographer, but he branches off from everything from Slipknot to Metallica to Eminem and 50 Cent, and he is amazing at what he does. He is the greatest live photographer ever in the game. So it was started by him, and it's a heavy metal magazine, and they recently named Metallica crowned as the most influential rock band. Now, that's fucking awesome, and that's cool, but the list is really fucking gay. It's really fucking bad, and it's really fucking lame, which then gives the idea of, is Metallica fucking lame? Is Metallica fucking gay? Is Metallica, do they suck? So the list of the top 10 most influential rock bands of the last 30 years, compiled by Kerrang magazine, are as follows. Number 1, Metallica. Number 2, Green Day. Number 3, Iron Maiden. Number 4, Slipknot. Number 5, My Chemical Romance. Number 6, Linkin Park. Number 7, Bullet for My Valentine. Number 8, Blink-182. Number 9, Ozzy Osbourne. And number 10, Foo Fighters. That has to be one of the most pathetic fucking lists. And it's a shame that Metallica is in the list with all those other fucking artists and bands, because none of them are in any way up to par with Metallica. Now, Metallica, great. Number 1, fuck yeah. Green Day number 2, no. Fuck no. The only good album they ever came out was Dookie. Everything before that sucked ass. Everything after that fucking blew ass. Iron Maiden, yeah, maybe. Maybe like in the, 80s, and then that's it. They weren't fucking relevant in the 90s, and they've only been relevant, a little bit throughout the 2000s. That amazing album that they put out in 2000. Slipknot, no. Kick-ass band, I saw them, it was awesome, no. My Chemical Romance, no. I've seen them live as well. Nothing really special about their music. They got some good tracks here and there. Nothing for influential, though. Linkin Park, same. I've seen them. It was cool, whatever. This isn't like fucking 2003 anymore. Who the fuck made this list? Bullet for My Valentine? I think I've heard goats have orgasms. I've never even heard of fucking Bullet for My Valentine's music. I've heard goats have fucking orgasms. Bolivia's fucked up. Blink-182? No. Ozzy Osbourne? No. He was only good when he was in fucking Black Sabbath. And in Foo Fighters wouldn't even be there because of Nirvana. Nirvana should fucking be on that list because they popularized alternative music. They made it viable commodity. Now, for another viable commodity, it's Soko. Now, this chick I mentioned on other podcasts, I think it was episode 2, if I'm not mistaken, where I played Enemy by her. I've been following her since 2008, and she's this really cool hipster French girl who used to record on her tape recorder. And since 2008, probably a little, before that, she's been working on an album. She quit music for a while because She didn't want to deal with it. She pretended that she was dead. And she's finally back, and she's finally releasing an album this year. And I'm pretty sure it's coming out this month. Now, here's Soko with a great song called Shitty Day. And I'm pretty sure she wrote it about me.
About me, and I'm gonna cry.
That was Soko with Shitty Day. Now, a really quick thing for all you SpongeBob SquarePants SpongeBob SquarePants fans out there. Do you recall the episode of Hibernation? You know, right before Stanley's gonna go hibernate, she does all these fucking extreme sports and everything with SpongeBob. Well, for all of you fans out there who don't know about Pantera, but know about SpongeBob, they use a Pantera song in there, Death Rattle. Now, every time I listen to this song, it reminds me of SpongeBob skiing down with his tongue. Killer, Radical, Hard Times, Harold Claros. Pantera. Now we got a phone caller right here. What's your name, buddy?
My name is Murray.
Ah, hey, we've had you on the show before, Murray. Long time no talk. How have you been?
I've been alright, but tonight was a little bit of pain in the ass, but you know, I've been hanging in there.
Oh.
How's school going?
School's going great, Murray. Thank you for asking. Now, what happened tonight, buddy? What's up?
Fucking punk-ass police trying to pull me over for stupid-ass reasons. They give me reckless driving tickets.
You have a fucking reckless driving for what?
I was going to my fucking buddy's Matt's house, and I will admit I'm a bit of a little bit fast driver, but ever since I got a reckless driving ticket about a year ago, on my birthday, fucking all matter, I've been driving more carefully, I think. But tonight, I was going over to Matt's house, and he lives in the court, and so I get off the main road and turn into his little neighborhood thing, and right when I take the right to go into his court, I'm pretty sure I was going pretty much like a normal speed, just as a regular everyday citizen. I take a turn into his court, have my lights on, but didn't have any music on. I was just kind of enjoying the nice night, and I pull in, and there's a fucking cop pulling out with his lights on, passing me. And so I was like, oh, that's weird. And this fucking guy just leaving this neighborhood just trying to troll. Crazy little asshole.
Uh-huh.
Parks, and all of a sudden he swerves around, fast as fuck. I can hear his tires squeak. He turns his lights on, blares on over to the fucking house. He wakes up like all the neighbors. He wakes up Matt and his mom. They come outside like, what the fuck's going on? And he like comes over to my window. He's like, license and registration. And I was like, I'm sorry, officer. Is there a problem? He's like, you were reckless driving, so you're gonna get somebody killed. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Didn't know I was driving so fast. Like, license and registration right now. So, for the license and registration, and he takes like 30 minutes, lights on the whole time. He pulls up another cop car behind him, like talks to him, guy leaves. Like fucking everyone's on their porch at like 11:30 at night, causing a ruckus, all because he thinks I was driving too fast in the neighborhood. And he fucking writes me up for reckless driving. And I have a fucking court date on the same day as I'm supposed to move into Richmond. It's fucking bullshit.
Now, do you think this cop was just, you know, trying to meet his fucking monthly quota or whatever, man?
I mean, I know quotas are illegal, but I feel like he was getting off work. He wanted to look good, like he was still like actually doing something. He was probably just pissing his pants or jerking off in his car all night. He was getting ready to go home, and he fucking saw this kid with surfboards in the back of his car. Had a Ron Paul bumper sticker, is up to no good in his mind. He's like, oh, this would be an easy one. And decided to pull me over and fucking get money for his, I don't even know what.
So you think that it was a racist act against your political views?
I'm not actually sure it was racism, but I think it's probably a little bit of age discrimination. And I know he acted differently when he saw my face. He saw my registration. I'm 20 years old, thinking these kids are out to no good in Virginia Beach, getting drunk and fucking up, which we do, but I'm not on this particular night.
Now, have you ever had any altercations with the cops? Well, what was the